what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Final Fantasy Brave Exodus video, and we're going to be looking at a foolproof clear for I can't remember how to pronounce his name. Dragon of Spirit of Unknown Origin, Aldhibah, whatever. The goofy looking dragon. So this team is redundant, so whether you have this unit here, or this unit here, you can do it. If you have at least one of these three units, you can do it, because they all have the same ability of being able to prevent status effects to your team. So we're only going to be using Kresnik's base form. He's basically healbot.exe. So we'll be he's auto geared for Spirit, and I equipped his TMR. And also I gave him Philosopher's Stone Seeker, but if you don't have it, it's not a big deal. It's actually not even a big deal at all. And for Maeve, we're only using her Brave Shift form. If there's something here you don't have, you can change it out. Reclaim Serenity is free, and all these STMRs are 5-star STMRs. Pretty much everything here is like 5-star STMRs with TMR, stuff like that. And here's the resistances. She still takes damage, but she'll not take as much. Ling is auto geared for HP with some, you know, putting in her STMR, for example, but she's basically auto geared. And this was from before. We're only using her Brave Shift form for like the last part, so don't worry. She could have nothing on, actually. It would be fine in her Brave Shift form. And in her Sky's base form, this is basically just from the previous times before, so she could have almost nothing on. It would be probably fine. And I'm using a World United vision card. And for Brave Shift form, we have Kane's Lance. We've got the Chain Cap helmet, and her killers. We have 300% Dragon Killer, 125% Aquatic Killer, but it's perfectly fine. Oh, also 300% low burst damage. Obviously, we're not using her for jumping. Esther. This is my Esther build. And we have 300% Dragon Killer, 125% Aquatic Killer. It's still fine. 300% low burst damage. Our Brave Shift form is auto geared for HP. She's only gonna be in her Brave Shift form for one turn. That's it. That's all we need her for. And finally, we're only using Roberta in her base form. You can adjust my strategy if you want to make her a jumper as well. You want two finishers. There is possibility, because if you have Ling, you can make anyone a chainer. So you could potentially make people chaining. So you could have two finishers to multiple secure. Well, we don't need it. We really don't need it. Trust me, guys. We really don't need it. But if you really want to, you can. But yeah, we're only using her base form, so actually that vision card really isn't necessary. I only put it on because I like the artwork of it. So 300% Aquatic Killer, 300% Dragon Killer, but she's made for this. She's made for this clash duel, so of course she's gonna have the best killers out of the whole team. So with that being said, let's get into it. All right, so healbot.exe is going to heal us up. Medicinal Potion and 2 times Curaga. Remember, we're only staying in his base form, so don't need anything else from him. Literally don't need anything else from him. And for Maeve, we're going to do Practice Lure, and we're going to do Natural Wall and Hunting Call. Ling is going, like I mentioned, guys, all 3 of those units have a way of preventing status effects. So we're going to use Transcendent Performance and Disarming Movement. Guy is going to triple cast, use Sharpshooter Focus and Battering Winds, and also Burst Tailwind. I mean, it doesn't really matter. For her LB's already filled, so it's okay. And Esther is going to shift, but firstly we need to wait. We need to wait for Roberta. So Roberta's going to use Rousing Roar, and it destroys Dominion, Dragon, and finally we're going to use Draconic what was that? Triune. Never heard of that word, but we're using it. And the reason why I used that last one is because we give enough LB fill for Esther. And make sure not to use Discharge and Recharge, because if you use that, it's gonna allow Sky to counter, and guess what her normal attack is? Jumping. I found that out the hard way, so don't do what I did. We'll be using Storm Guardian, which is the reason why we even do this. Don't use any of this other stuff. Well, not any of this stuff. Don't use anything that the only thing that I'm using is what I'm using. So we gotta use Shadow Ball because we can only triple cast. And so there's that. And then Sky can go ahead and go. We'll take some hits. But we're fine, as you can see. And Kresnik is going to do the exact same thing. Heals up to full. And now we're going to use Effective Strategy, Hunting Call, and also we can do Wild Barrier. Ling is going to Celestial Dance, and can also do Blithe Step and Passion Performance. Guy is going to triple cast Bolting Strike, and Esther is going to shift back to base form, and we're going to use 2 times Bolting Slice, and also Calm Before the Storm. With Roberta, we're going to use Rousing Roar, Warrior's Dominion Aquatic, and also Infernal Breath. And then the top 2 units are going to chain out that they're fire imbued. So we'll do about, about 4%. Well, at least 3 to 4% usually. Nature Barrier is a mitigation, guys. See how we're taking it? We're doing just fine. Okay, now that's our damage turn. Get all the housekeeping out of the way first. Even though he doesn't really need to heal, we're just being extra sure. We're gonna use Euro Natural and Hunting Call, and we can also use Effective Strategy yet again. Because our cover is still going, so we don't really need to cover. And we can wait on Ling. Shift with Sky. And get her LB ready, and then triple cast. We're going to triple cast Mystic Breath. So first of all, how this works is, however, it's not going to be perfect chaining, but we don't need it to be. So Esther is going to go first, and then a little bit after Roberta, and then a little bit after Sky. Usually I wait for the sword to come up. That's about where actually a little less than what I usually get to, but I think we're okay still. We can shift, and we can triple cast, and we can use Dragon Dancer and Refreshing Twirl, but we don't really need to use that, and Blithe Step. I don't know what that is, by the way. Okay, and now we're going to use Dragon Dancer again. And I don't think any of these killers are going to be good. No, none of those are good. And we can just do this. We're only looking for Dragon Dancer. And then we can do triple cast Limitless Ferocity. And then we can normal attack with Kresnik and get our LB filled again. And we're going to triple cast yet again with Sky readied up. And there it is. Alright. So actually I made a little misplay with the Ling. She should have used Passing Performance and it would have not been as annoying as that was for a little tiny bit there, but Kresna came through. So that's the clear, guys. I shaved one turn off so there's no RNG involved. If you stayed one more turn, there could be some possible RNG involved with the next turn after that. So I shaved off one turn in my clear, guys, so that you would have to not worry have to be as much, because if you can go over that threshold, he only does the HP draining thing, and if you're winning on that turn, what does it matter if your HP is very low if you're winning anyways, right? So that's the idea on that, guys. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching, appreciate you, and hopefully this helps you out. If it does not help you out, I'm gonna make another one with different units, but I didn't use any limited time units. That's what I think is really special, is that I didn't use Carton or Laura or any of those other limited time units. I only used units that are in the pool. So thank you guys very much for watching again. Appreciate you. If you want to help support the channel, click the like button or click the join button. See you next time.